Hey guys, Matt Lawson here with iBehaviorCoach TV, and today we're going to talk a little bit about cravings. I get asked about cravings a lot. People deal with them for a variety of reasons, and specifically today we're going to look at the ABC cycle of thought and how your thinking relates to the cravings that you have. So, chances are, at some point, cravings played a pretty vital role in keeping us alive. We would crave things that nutritionally we were deficient in. So, looking at that hunter-gatherer time in our evolution, we would be driven toward a certain kind of food or a certain place because of oftentimes a deficiency in our body or a deficiency in need for nutrients. But the thing with this is, the problem that this has caused in modern society is most of us have access to food at any given time. And that nutritional piece is typically met, especially in our country. It's a little more than met, it's over met. So now, in a environment where everything's readily available to us to eat, we crave things that we like. We crave things that we enjoy. We crave things for pleasure. And food and eating has gone away from just being this piece that keeps us alive to something that we think, that we perceive as bringing us joy or giving us some other thing that we're missing from our life in the moment. So we have cravings for a variety of reasons. Often clients will tell me that, I was craving things when I was just sitting there watching television. I was bored, or to enhance that moment of pleasure, like being out with friends or being at a party. They crave things in that moment because of where they are, who they're with, how they're socializing, or maybe you're craving things to soothe. Maybe you've heard that phrase, "soothe with food," and you see people doing this a lot of the times when they're depressed or when they're down. They will almost automatically go for some type of food, and it tends to be type of sweet or some type of comfort food that they perceive is going to make them feel better. So, rational emotive behavior therapy, REBT. Albert Ellis is the father of this, and he proposed that this ABC model of thought relates to how we behave and our emotions. So he posited that for every activating event, there's a belief associated with that, which results in some consequence, whether it be emotional or behavioral. So what does this mean? So if you think about an activating event, first off, the A, an activating event may be a tough day at work. An activating event may be going home for the holidays. An activating event may just be a Saturday afternoon where you've got nothing else to do but sit around on your butt and watch television. But this can start a cascade for a lot of people. So associated with this activating event is a belief. So you may believe that in order to find a little bit of pleasure, you need something sweet. Or to feel a little bit better about what's going on, you need that comfort food. This belief system is oftentimes associated with the way we were raised or the way we've come to think about food and our relationship to food. Next up is the consequence. Now, if you're trying to watch your weight, if you're trying to live a healthy lifestyle, this consequence can sometimes be guilt or shame, especially if you end up overindulging. And if you just meant to go grab a chip and the next thing you've done is finish the entire potato chip bag, how do you feel about that? Especially if you're really watching your self-care and you're really watching your nutritional intake. So the best thing that you can do to battle this is to change that belief around. You have to understand that these feelings are very fleeting. They kind of rise and fall pretty quickly, but you have to give them time. You have to take a moment and be aware and be and just be in that situation and understand where this belief, where this, this desire for food is actually coming from. Is it coming from a place of where you're actually hungry, or is it coming from a place where you just think that this food is going to add something to your situation, whether it be making you feel a little bit better or making you feel a little bit more joy? So in order to change the consequence, you need to change the belief. Think about it. If instead of eating when you're bored or eating when you're down, if you went on a nice walk or you went on a nice jog or just got up and walked around a little bit or even just read a book, how would that make you feel over downing an entire bag of potato chips? So in order to get the different outcomes, you have to change the belief system. So this is some of the basics of cravings. Again, if you have any more questions about this or would like to comment on this video, please check me out at iBehaviorCoach.com. That's all one word. Or you can just shoot me an email at lawsonmc11@gmail.com. I hope you enjoyed the video, and be looking for video 2 next week. Take care.